Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, it's snowing and fairly heavy too. So my plan today was to get over the fence and cut out the remaining of those hawthorn trees, because the contractors only took them down so low because there was barbed wire in them, and they're obviously going to use a machine just to rip out the stumps. But there's still a lot of wood in there that we could use, and I spoke to one of the ground workers yesterday, and they're going to start doing the work on Monday. So this weekend is the only weekend really that I've got. Unfortunately yesterday I've done something to my shoulder, my right shoulder, and it's something that I do every so often for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's a trapped nerve or something. It must be a certain way I move or catch things, and it first happened in my 20s, and I think when you've done something like that, when you've done an injury in your back or your shoulders or whatever, you're always prone to getting it again. And yesterday I was plasterboarding in the morning in the house, and then I did all that logging in the afternoon, so I've obviously done something that tweaked that old injury, and I was in agony all night in bed, all night. Trying to get into a comfortable position was just impossible. So at the minute I can't even lift my arm really. So using a chainsaw isn't going to happen, especially in slippy conditions like this. So I think we're going to have a change of plan today and sow some seeds, maybe go to a garden centre. If I can get Julie to drive, I don't think I could drive at the moment. We'll do something gardening related. This video is going to be made up as I go along due to circumstances, weather and injuries. So it may well be a video of the weekend. My intention was to make the cold frame video tomorrow, but because I'm not doing the logging today, I'm going to have to do that tomorrow if I can. So I don't know, the whole thing's been messed up, the whole schedule's messed up due to injury. So let's see where we go with it. Like a kid in a sweet shop. So I want cucumber and tomatoes. Tomato that I haven't grown before. I bet some of you are going, get that one, get that one. Black tomato. Indigo rose. Tastes like fresh tomatoes and plums. Don't know. Years ago I tried growing one, well I did grow some of those cucumber things. It's a cross between a cucumber and a melon. Really small, like a golf ball size. And they were horrible, really horrible. £4.50. No, think I'd rather go with a proper tomato. Well, I've got some tomato seeds at home, but try something different as well. With a Crimson Crush, everybody grows those, but I've never grown them. Go with them, because I've got some little bush tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes seeds. I've got some beefsteak, I think, and I've got another variety that I can't remember the name of, so I'll get them. The other thing I wanted was some Pak Choi, actually. Pak Choi. There we go. I've got spring onions. Let's go with that one. And I can. Okay. I'm going to leave squashes for now. And then cucumber. Now last year I grew Black Beauty and they were brilliant. Yeah, we grew Black Beauty and Telegraph. There's some Telegraph. I can't remember which one was the best now, but they were both good. Midnight. Can't see. Black Beauty. I'm leaving courgettes for now as well. Sow them later in the month because I'm limited for space and in the house, and they will just take over in no time. Okay, I can't see Black Beauty, but I think I might have some seeds left anyway. We'll find out. So this is our favourite garden centre. Oakgate Garden Centre, Elladine, Shropshire. Bit of a drive for us, but what else are you going to do on a wet, cold, snowy day? And they've got all sorts of stuff. Very well priced for a garden centre. Don't look at the onions. I've already got hundreds of onions. What we got over here? Chilies. I'm failing at miserably at the moment, but we'll see. Oh no, more tomatoes. Don't do it. You've just bought some. Have they got more cucumbers here? Have they got Black Beauty here? Courgette. Cucumber. Diva. What was that one? I need to, I should have checked the seeds before I came and looked at the video that I did last year when I grew them. I can't remember what I grew. I think I've grown them Diva before. There's them cucumber. They were horrible. I'm not doing them again. I think when people mess around crossing different types of plants, it just, I don't know how I feel about it. Aubergines I've sown, but nothing's coming up. Got leeks. Okay, I think that'll do. But yeah, it's a fantastic place, this. Like I say, well priced. all that out there, and then got this bit out here. Ow! Oh, shoulder. Later in the year this will all be full of veg, all plugs. Well, it was last year. And then you've got another bit out there. There's people out there, so I won't film, but another indoor area out there. And then outside, I'll show you through the window. I think it's snowing again. You've got all this outside too. This is the consequence of having a day off from what you plan to do. The tub with the flowers in is for my mum for Mother's Day next week. The tree was a totally unplanned purchase. Well, we have been talking about getting more trees because we want to have some privacy, and now that the hawthorn trees have come down, so we're going to plant some more trees on our side. This is an apricot, and I've now got to try and get that in the car. It looks longer than the car to me, without breaking any limbs, with a knackered shoulder. And Julie's also bought a load of bedding plants, but I'm getting a little bit worried because she hasn't arrived yet, which could mean she's buying even more plants. So it has been an expensive morning, considering I was meant to be cutting down some trees. There she comes, a basket full of plants. Just in, literally just. I don't know where I'm going to sit on the way back, but there's the things that Julie bought. So, have a car with tree in, go home. Okay, back home after having open wallet surgery, and I've got my seeds. I've made up some, it's just spent compost from the potatoes last year with vermiculite mixed in, and put a seed box, shoulder, and see what seeds I've got from last year. So tomatoes from last year, I've got ox heart, red cherry, and tumbling tom. So the ox starts the beefsteak. So, and we'll do some crimson crush as well. Pak Choi, we've got cucumber. Have I got any cucumber from last year? Got loads of cucumber seeds there, actually. So was it? Yeah, Black Beauty. Ah, Black Beauty was a courgette, not a cucumber. That's why I couldn't see it and I was getting confused. Right. So I did telepathy and La Diva last year. So we'll do those again because I think it was the telepathy that were really good, and we'll sow some of these telegraph as well. So I got all my cucumber varieties mixed up, to be fair, but never mind. So that's what we're going to go with today. Let me put these seeds somewhere out of the way. I need to tidy this shed up. It's a right tip. But end of the season, everything just gets dumped in here, and then it doesn't get put back out until the spring. So I've got a tray of compost here. I'm going to do the Pak Choi first. cold today. Not windy, there's no wind chill, it's just cold. That's what we got in there. This is going to be a bit tricky, I think. You have to do it the other way around. Normally I would tip the seeds in my left hand and sow with my right. I'm going to have to do it the other way around today. So I'm going to use the whole tray and just try and spread them out as thinly as I can. I don't know how many that is, but there's probably 15 or 20, I would say. So those, and we'll write a label. Pak Choi, Hanakan. Just give those a little bit of a cover. Not much because they're very small seeds. Smaller the seed, shallower the planting. That's the principle that I work on. This is quite damp, this compost, so I'm not going to water them. And they're just going to go up to the house on a south facing windowsill. And that will be that. Hopefully they'll germinate in the next couple of weeks. So Pak Choi, I'm definitely running out of room. We'll put them there. Put those seeds away. So next let's do the tomatoes. So I'm going to use a bigger tray that I have a propagator lid that fits, and I'll do them all in here that I'm going to grow in the same tray, and then prick them out at a later date because it's going to save space in the house. Shoulder's actually starting to feel a little bit better. I think well, I had some painkillers. I don't normally do painkillers, but it really was hurting. So what are all you guys doing this weekend if the weather's bad? Are you cracking on with stuff outside, or are you having a weekend off? And as we speak, 999 subscribers, and it's been like that all night. I just need one more to reach the magic 1,000. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed already and you like these sort of videos, please subscribe, get us over that 1,000. Having said that, this video is going to go out probably tomorrow night, so we may have already reached it, but there we go, just a little bit of a pat down, nothing major. So the first one we'll do Crimson Crush. Tom Crimson Crush. We'll do those there. How many have we got? 4 different varieties. So end, and then red cherry. And finally, Tumbling Tom. There we go. So, Tumbling Tom. That's the packet closest. God, is that really cold? My hands are really quite cold. Now these are last year's seed. There's quite a few there, so but because they're last year's, I think I'm going to sow them all. So red cherry, about 5 in one place there. Because I doubt they're all going to come up, to be honest. Then we've got Tumbling Tom. Got to find space to grow all of these. But we could put quite a few in pots and grow them around the place. Tumbling Tom. There we go. And beefsteak, grew these last year, really good. I find them best for making sauces and stuff. They're not really like one you'd have on your salad, but they're great to chuck in spag bol and lasagna and things like that. How many of these have we got? Two. I think there's probably some more in there. Maybe one. Okay. And then Crimson Crush. And I've heard lots of YouTube gardeners, especially last year, everybody seemed to be growing these, so I'll give them a go. Not many in a packet, probably 10. Go, and then give them a bit of a covering, probably a centimetre ish, 8mm, something like that. Harder doing everything with your left hand. unless of course you're left-handed. That'd be easier. Or ambidextrous even, which I'm not. There we go. So they're going to go up to the house. I will give this lid a real good clean to get as much light through as possible, and they'll get put again on a south facing windowsill. Right, so we've got 3 varieties. I'm thinking I'm going to grow them in these quite large modular trays because cucumbers get big really quick, and it'll just save pricking them out, putting them on at least once. How many seeds have we got? We've only got the one, so we're going to have more telegraph I think than we are anything else, so we're going to put the telepathy seed there. Let's see what we've got. Mediva. Of those. What have we got there? Got 6 of those, so that's a whole tray. So we'll do 5. Cucumbers are a bigger seed, so it's a lot easier to sow them in their own tray, own module. Now, we like cucumbers. My lad is a teenager, 15, and he'll eat a cucumber like other people would eat an apple. It's one of the few fruit and veg that he really does enjoy. In fact, he said to me the other day, "Are you going to be growing cucumbers again, Dad?" So that's that. And then telegraph. So these are the ones I bought today. Excuse me. So we'll do a whole tray of these. Now with the cucumbers, I haven't got the polytunnel set up, as we know. So last year I grew some in the greenhouse and they did really well, and the others I grew outside. We had a good summer, so hopefully the same will be good this year, and I can do a mixture of inside and outside, and maybe even by the time these have grown on, we might have the kitchen back in the kitchen, not in the conservatory, so they do really well out there. So cover those over. Those. There we go. So, Pak Choi tomatoes, 4 different varieties of tomatoes, 3 different varieties of cucumber, sown beginning of March, and they'll all go inside now into warm sunny spots, locations, south facing windowsills, etc. for germination, and then they'll move outdoors as and when the weather dictates. They'll get potted on as and when they need it, and they'll probably do a transition from the house to a cold frame or the greenhouse, which is unheated, and they'll just keep growing them on from there. So that's some seed sown. So that's all the small stuff logged and stacked. A lot of wood there. And then there's all this as well, which needs to dry out a bit, and then I'll split it. One there needs cutting as well. The chain on the saw needs sharpening. I can't find my file, but just about managed to get it logged. So we're going to be all right for wood next winter. So the last job of the day is to plant the new tree, and it's going about here because we've got an apple tree here which will probably grow a bit more now. It's not shaded by the hawthorn, so I can't remember what it was now. Desert apple Spartan. So that's probably 3 meters from there to there, maybe a bit more. And then over here we've got a cherry. Needs a prune, but a bit late now. Or do you do cherries in the summer? I'm not certain. I'll have to look that one up. And this is a Morello. We did actually have some cherries on this last year. Lots of buds on there. And that's probably 3 meters from there to the apricot that we're going to put in. And then at some point we'll probably get another tree to go somewhere here. So because we've got this elder here as well, try and keep them about 3 meters apart. And what we'll do is dig the hole about twice the size of the pot, and then put a load of homemade compost in there as well. And I'll go and find a stake so we can give it a bit of support. But Julie's going to have to move one of the plants. I'm not sure which one she's going to move. I'm not going to interfere with that. I'll be involved in planting the tree. I think that about wraps it up for another video. I'm pretty tired now, must admit. That was a lot of logging, about 5 hours worth of logging today. So yeah, pretty tired. Shoulders okay, it's not great, but managed to get stuff done which had to get done. So we've got the new tree in just over there, planted at original depth where it was in the pot, so with a bit of homemade compost around it. So hopefully it'll do well. It's going to be a nice sunny position now those trees at the back have gone. So all of these trees that we've put in along there should grow a bit better. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and follow us on our journey to become more self-sufficient. Cheers guys.